Morning. Fantastic. Came out perfect. This morning I'm having the Equator coffee. This one. It's Turanos. I know the brand is Equator coffee. This is their single origin one. It's from Peru. It's just absolutely delicious. I love it. Oh, it's another great cafe. And I find it so shocking whenever I see people drinking things like community coffee. Ooh. Or Starbucks. Take a look. You the caramel crunch at Starbucks is delicious. Don't get me wrong. It's not because of the cafe though. It's delicious because it has caramel and crunchy texture and milk and it because it's a dessert. It's not cafe. Coffee, whatever. Ah, you know, let's just be accurate. Uh, speaking of accuracy, fitness tracking. I was talking with somebody on Facebook. She's struggling with stagnation in a fat loss. And it's like, okay, I'm talking to them. They're basing a lot of assumptions on the estimates that their Google Watch thingy is giving them. And it's like, okay, look, I've done testing with this myself. My thing, so whenever I'll tell you what I do to get a better reading. But first, I did decide to test it, where I let it track me. I gave it accurate height, weight, and wore it all day long. So it's tracking my steps. It's tracked my morning 6K. I didn't track my rice bucket, but whatever. That's not doing much of anything anyway. And I gave it, and I told it, and from my workout, and I let it track everything there, completely. At the end of the day, and I did that for a week. It averaged that I was burning like 3,000 to 3,200 calories a day. Baloney. Absolute baloney. Because I track my food and I weigh literally everything. I only eat the 2 meals a day, so it's not that big a deal. I even include my cafe in my tracking of my calories and my vitamins. A lot of people don't do that. Goodness gracious, I track my black pepper that I'm seasoning with. Uh, so I track it to the gram on every single thing, and I in fact do overestimate. I make sure I always round up on the calorie things, so that I know that whatever I'm tracking, I'm technically below that, no matter what. And they it said that I was burning 3,000 to 3,200 calories every single day. I know that's not true because I know that my intake was 2,000 to 2,200. it thinks that I'm 1,000 calorie deficit. And I was stuck. And the reason I was checking that out is because I was stuck at that time at 10%. I couldn't get down. I couldn't get off of like, I was like fluctuating at like, the body weight wasn't really moving. Occasionally it would go up, actually. You can't get that. No, your body weight's not going up at a deficit unless you're burning a decent amount of fat and building a fuck ton of muscle. Excuse my language. Building a great deal of muscle while burning a little bit of fat. Like that's, which I was at a confirmed 10.6% body fat. Shouldn't be going up if I'm at a deficit. I was clearly at maintenance. And that's just because even though I was, working out an hour every day and doing a 6K in the morning, all that stuff, like, with those calories, I have a slow metabolism. I actually do. I know a lot of people say that, and it's not true. They just not tracking things, and they're just unaware. No, I actually do have a slow metabolism, and I'm low body fat. I'm a very lean person. And the leaner you get, the harder that fat is to lose. Your body is much more careful about it. But yeah, they're not very accurate. So what I did was, I stopped. Now this is the Apple one. I stopped. I don't give it my full workout with the workout app thing. What I do is instead, I have it track everything, but for my workout, it does track the 6K, but for my workout time, because I work out an hour and a half to 2 hours, 5 days a week, I just put it on for half of that time, and I don't put it on traditional weight training because its calculations are high. It assumes a higher amount is being burned with that. The one that it burns the least with is the functional training mode. And so for the Apple thing, I set it that I'm doing functional weightlifting. And I only have it tracked for half of the time that I'm actually there. And sometimes less than half because it's 30 minutes. I do 30 minutes. And so there's my super conservative calorie tracking because I always round up every single ingredient. I usually add 1 gram to every measurement, just in case the measurement's slightly off. And I calculated everything: my vitamins, my cafe, my tea, my seasoning, anything. I don't care what it is getting included. Other things I also round up, like for instance, I have 6 grams of psyllium husk every morning before my breakfast. Oh, look, it's 0 calories. No, it's not. Nothing is 0 calories. I count each serving, which is a serving is 1 gram, I think. Right? Yeah. I count as 5. So, no. A lot of people be like, what? I say it's 30 grams. I'm like, but that's... Here's the thing. Legally, they're allowed to round down, meaning it could be 4 calories in every serving, but they're allowed to say 0. That's how you can go get pickles, and you can see on the pickles and it says 0 calories. It's like, oh, great, I can eat as much as I want. No. you're still getting some energy from that. Okay. A lot of people misunderstand how calories work, but that you should understand that your body is getting energy from these things. So it does count as a calorie somewhere. So yeah, like I round things up. I make sure that I'm counting everything, and this works. You know, this is, and does that mean that I'm going to be at a bigger deficit than I think I am? Yeah, sure it does. It is what it is. And does that suck sometimes? Yeah. And does it mean you're probably under calculating how many calories you're burning and over calculating what you're consuming? Yes, but better safe than sorry, right? You don't want to be struggling, because there's something I've found a lot of people where they get, especially this is in women more than men, but it is a common thing, and it is in men as well, but they end up in the perma diet and the permanent deficit, or they think they're at a deficit. They're usually not, but mentally they are permanently working towards it. And so it's just this constant mental bombardment, and it's really unhealthy. You need to feel comfortable at some point. You need maintenance, not just for the actual medical purposes, like for like physical reasons, but mental ones as well. Mentally at a deficit, even though they're not physically at a deficit, mentally being that one for too long is just exhausting, and it will destroy them. So, yeah. Better safe than sorry. Nobody wants to be sorry. I don't like to say the word sorry. Well, I don't like to say ever that I'm sorry. Because if you think about it, the way that when you say that, you're saying that you are sorry. And if you look at the word sorry, it's like, well, what does that mean? It means you apologize. No. It's an insult. It's saying that you are a sorry, that you are a failure. So yeah, saying I am sorry is an insult to yourself. So that's why I don't really like it. Anyway, that was a weird tangent to run off on. But yeah, the actual thing about calculations and stuff. It's useful. Know what to overestimate and what to underestimate. So, that is fantastic. So yeah, I would that's what I would recommend doing generally, but you can do what you want. Just saying what works for me. Anyway, have a good one or a bad one. I won't tell you what to do, but I know. Try your best.